Guys, I gotta be real with you. I'm gonna tell you something I tried to keep a secret for all my life. When I was a kid, I was scared of Shrek. Like, really scared. I know that is silly, but I was a kid, okay? By now you're probably thinking, why am I even hearing about this? Well, recently I watched Shrek for the first time out of boredom, and guys, I get it. You probably remember when Shrek memes became popular in 2012 and influenced the internet a lot from then on. While researching this video, I also found out that people started calling themselves brogers as a funny nod to bronies, and I guess now I can consider myself one. Even though Shrek memes of course died ages ago. But that's not what this video is all about. It's about my personal relationship with Shrek and how it has changed over the years. So let me tell you all about it while showing you the speed paint I did. And it actually turned out better than expected. Originally, I just wanted to make some silly self-indulgent art. So let's just get into the main part of the video. It all started one fateful day when my cousin, her friend, and me were sitting on the couch at my cousin's place, and her mom walked in. Like many parents, she probably wanted us to shut up for a while and asked us if we wanted to watch a movie. We of course were hyped about that, and my cousin suggested watching Shrek. At that time, I hadn't heard about this movie because I was 5, you know. You aren't exactly a film critic at that age, so I took my cousin's suggestion. I remember how both her and her friend were talking about this movie and calling it really funny. So her mom pops in the DVD, and at first everything was okay. The part explaining the backstory plays, but as soon as Shrek bursts out of that little wooden shack, I start bawling my eyes out. My cousin's mom runs into the room to check on us, and just finds me in tears, while the other kids were just confused at my reaction. She asked what's wrong, but I was too busy being terrified to tell her. Eventually she figured out that I was scared of Shrek, because every time he was on the screen, I started crying even harder. Then she tried to calm me down by telling me it's just a kids movie, blah blah blah, and wants me to keep watching. After all, the other kids wanted to watch the movie, but I was having none of that. Eventually, she just gave up and took my hand trying to turn off the movie. Only problem being that we had to get closer to the TV to turn it off, and so I got even more scared. By the time we reached the TV, I was screaming bloody murder, and of course she told my mom all about it. And that was the beginning of it all. Come to think of it, remember that Shrek rave that went viral a year ago? I think if I had seen that as a kid, I would have probably instantly passed out and died. But back to the topic. Even after some time passed, I was still somehow scared of Shrek. Also, what wasn't helping was that my mom and my cousin's mom kept making fun of me for that. So then I learned to be even more wary of him. Not just because of the previous incident, but also because I knew that if something was related to Shrek, I wouldn't hear the end of it. So then some time passed, and in 2007, Shrek the Third was released. I didn't know about it, because like I said, I tried to avoid everything Shrek related like the plague. So one day, me and my mom decided to go to McDonald's, and of course I got a Happy Meal, as kids tend to do. However, when I got to the display case for the toys, I was met with my arch nemesis. All of a sudden, I wasn't as hyped about going to McDonald's anymore. I still got my Happy Meal though, but I remember having a hard time enjoying it because Shrek was plastered everywhere on it. My mom even had to swap our drinks because I wouldn't drink from my Shrek cup. This is editing me here. As I was working on this video, I remembered the Donkey toy that I got. Apparently in 2010 when Shrek 4 was released, McDonald's made these little collectible drinking glasses to promote the movie. However, the paint used on the glasses contained cadmium, a toxic heavy metal that shouldn't be ingested at all. This stuff can damage a lot of your organs. I didn't know about this, but chances are high that maybe my friends or someone I know drank from these cups. So maybe my irrational fear of Shrek actually protected me from this, which is kinda crazy. Maybe my 5-year-old self was onto something, who knows. These days there are collector's items, but I don't even know why somebody would want to own this. I mean, Shrek's cool and all, but I wouldn't risk my health over it.
A consumer alert for you this morning. Parents, you need to listen up. McDonald's is recalling 12 million drinking glasses being sold to promote the new movie Shrek. The company says that the painted designs on the glasses contain a toxic metal, cadmium. When the burger giant says that customers who bought the glasses should stop using them immediately. McDonald's will post instructions on their website next week regarding all the refunds with these glasses.
Anyway, on with the video. Please don't make fun of me in the comments. I can only take so much. In fact, I would love to hear from you what characters in media or other silly stuff you were scared of as a kid. It seems like everyone has these types of stories. Some characters and scenes more common than others. Maybe I'll talk about it more in another video, So then the years passed, I grew up, and of course I got over that fear. The jokes though, they stayed. To this day my mom pulls out this embarrassing story of mine to new people, but that's just my burden to bear. Then I just sort of stopped thinking about the series, until Shrek became popular again on the internet. But trends come and go, and I didn't care that much to actually watch the movie. Until a few months ago when I was knitting and looking for something to watch. I saw that they had Shrek on Netflix and thought it would be funny to confront my old childhood fear, if you will. And I'm proud to announce that I only cried a little bit. Just kidding. Of course I always knew that people love this movie, but now I finally understood why. It's so creative and doesn't take itself seriously at all. I think part of that was because Shrek was seen as a punishment project for people working on the Prince of Egypt. If someone messed up at DreamWorks, they might have gotten assigned to work on Shrek, which nobody really wanted. Weird that people didn't think this movie would become a success, because of how popular it became. It even won the first Oscar for Best Animated Feature. I think that lack of seriousness might have been what allowed the writers to go away with sneaking in some adult humor and silly references. I guess in the end it worked out brilliantly for the company, so all is well. But why was I so scared of Shrek as a child? My theory is that it might have been because he was a bit loud at times, and the name honestly didn't help either. The name actually comes from the Yiddish language, and can mean fear or terror. And since Yiddish and German are pretty similar, I guess my 5-year-old self took that personally. I could tell you so much more cool stuff I found while researching for this video, but in my opinion that will probably take way too long. As you can see, me and Shrek have finally gotten over our, well, pretty one-sided beef, and I am now officially considering myself a fan. I even think he can be kinda cute at times, like when he gets sad and his ears go down. Man, I really did this guy wrong as a kid. So when Shrek 5 got announced, I was really happy, even if the trailer looks a bit Disney-fied. But that won't hinder me from going to the cinema and finally watching Shrek on the big screen. Maybe I should even crochet myself some ears for that occasion. In truth, I don't think this movie is going to be nearly as great as the original 4, but it will still be fun to see how Shrek's kids look now and what the plot will be. And how do you like the picture I drew, by the way? This whole time I didn't even talk about it. Like I said, it looks better than I expected. After all, I've never drawn Shrek before, and he isn't exactly the cutesy anime type. But everything turned out fine in the end. Leave a like and check out my Patreon if you would like to support me. Come on man, I just really told you something embarrassing about myself. I hope you're doing well though, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care!